I ask that you allow the Taoiseach an opportunity to apologise to the Irish people for the lies he has told them continuously since he was Minister for Finance, in relation to the property bubble and in relation to that. Can Corlia, we need to give the Taoiseach an opportunity to apologise both to the House and to the Irish people for telling lies to the people of this island and its impact.
Out of order. The Deputy is out of order. Please, let Minister Carey proceed. Let's not start like this. Let Minister Carey, no, Deputy, I'll ask please, Deputy, let Minister Carey proceed.
In relation to today's sitting, number one, oral questions.
Minister, I don't want to ask you to leave the House. Minister Carey.
Oral questions will not be taken today, and matters may not be raised under the provisions of Standing Order 21.3 and 32. August Iverdó. The order of business shall be taken now, and leaders' questions shall be taken at the conclusion of the order of business.
Is this matter agreed?
Agreed.
Is this matter agreed? Agreed. On Taoiseach, on the order of business. On Taoiseach, I'll call the deputy. I'll call the deputy in due course. I don't want to ask you to leave the House, Deputy. I don't want to begin the day by asking you to leave the House. I'm going to have to ask you to leave the House. If the chair is now on his feet, I must ask the Deputy to resume his seat. You cannot stand when the chair is on his feet. I'll ask you to resume your seat, please, and I will call you in due course. I'll ask you to resume your seat. Unfortunately, if the Deputy is not prepared to resume his seat, I must now ask you to leave the House. I must ask the Deputy to leave the House. Deputy, you must now leave the House. You're obliged to leave the House. You're obliged to leave the House. I must now move that the Deputy be suspended from the service of the House. Is this motion being opposed?
He has no permission from the people to do that.
Is this opposed?
What he's doing here is
the motion being opposed? The Deputy must now leave the House. The Deputy must leave the House. The Deputy must leave the House. The Deputy must leave the House. The Deputy has been asked to leave the House. The Deputy has been named, and it has not been opposed, and you must leave the House. You must leave the House, failing which I will have to adjourn the House. I will have to suspend the House. I will have to suspend the House if you're not prepared to leave. I will suspend the House. I'll suspend the House if you don't leave. I will suspend the House. The House stands. The House is suspended. The House is suspended. I'll have to suspend the House. Last time. Are you going to force me to suspend the House? Last time. I must suspend the House for 10 minutes. The House stands suspended for 10 minutes.